Alright, take us away, oh loser narrator.
You're all a bunch of goddamn assholes. You made me worry, because... as you can see, we're
hold on. Before we get into that, yes, folks, we're doing Kingdom Hearts for those who were actually paying attention to the questions and might have had an inkling for what's going on. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
And now I let the video start up. Okay, so we're just going to get this intro going on, because we had initially intended to skip past some of this stuff, but given what we're doing, it was decided that it would be best to
proud mode
to prove what we're doing, i.e. proud mode.
Yes.
Alright, and that, I think manual's probably best for this.
Manual is most definitely best for this.
And yeah, I'll have my rumble on.
So, probably just do commentary over the opening video, simply because that probably gives us better odds of not being moderated on it.
Yes, and this will give you a good opportunity to explain to people why we were desperately worried about the setup that they were originally putting on for us.
So... is that too loud, by the way?
Crap, that's probably too loud.
They're probably getting double sound right now.
Alright, that should get rid of the double sound. Alright, folks.
So, basically what happens in Kingdom Hearts, for those who aren't initiated, in the opening, as you're going to see, they have you go through a series of questions, as I had posed in the end of our Base Wars video, in which you effectively pick your stat build for the rest of the game. This is more or less not a major deal, except for the fact that we were probably going to be playing on proud mode, and I was actually kind of getting concerned, because at our initial responses, a lot of people were wanting to sacrifice wisdom. And the big deal with that is magic is pretty powerful in Kingdom Hearts, and, well, it's powerful in a lot of RPGs in the first place, but especially so because it not only affects your magical power, but also buff times for defense spells, percentage-based attacks like Gravity for you Final Fantasy fans. So having Wisdom is kind of a big deal, because it allows you to basically start off with a higher MP bar, and the more MP you have in this game is also your equivalent to your magic stat. Conversely, most people seem to be picking Strength and wanting to sacrifice either Wisdom or Defense. Both of these being terrible options, because on proud mode you want to scrape every last bit of defense that you can, and with basically the lowest magic at end game being one of the other options, I was probably going to bawl my eyes out, and not because of the story events.
He cries every time the main theme plays.
Maybe a bit.
Like a bitch.
But yes, so we ended up getting a couple of last-minute votes, and I promise I was here to see it too. They were unbiased. So we
totally biased. We completely gave the system on you.
No, we did not. But, so we got a couple of last-minute votes, and amusingly enough, these people actually ended up voting for Wisdom and sacrificing Strength, which basically, I don't want to say it fixed our playthrough. Proud mode is still very doable, and you guys aren't assholes. I didn't mean it. But
I meant it!
But I might have been raging a bit. Also, yes, this is probably one of the trippiest and most interesting openings ever. So yeah, that's that. Oh, and also the game, in the opening, you end up doing a set of 3 questions that effectively choose what style of leveling you're going to do. I think just for the sake of it, since we're not doing a speedrun, there's no reason not to pick what is effectively either you get the fast leveling up until level 40 or 45, I think, is like the cutoff point, and then it's slower leveling from there. You get consistent leveling all the way through, or you get slow leveling up until about level 45, and then fast leveling for the rest. And the final option there, the fast leveling for the latter half of your levels, actually takes some like 2 million less XP to build up to get to level 100. So, and being on proud mode, we're probably going to do a lot of off-screen grinding.
We are doing a lot of off-screen grinding. We're not going to subject you guys to that end of it. We're going to try to keep this primarily to story and exploration stuff for it. And
yeah,
Chris and I will worry about level grinding and building up crap on the back end, so that you... Because as much as I know you guys love the smooth, sultry sound of our voices...
Yeah, what I will do, though, because I don't mind doing it, is just as an aid for people who may want to pick this game up later, I'll be showing the synthesis drops, which you'll find out what those are later on. But I'll be showcasing where to find a lot of the other major synthesis stuff during the gameplay, and maybe we might end up highlighting it later just to make it easier to find.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't be too bad an idea. Maybe we should actually just do a separate video for that on its own.
Yeah, well, we can do it during our playthrough. I'll mention it if we come across them. So here's our first choice.
The sword.
The sword.
The sword, the board, and the stick.
The Wonder Wand, as it is called. Now remember, don't actually pick it.
Yes, I know.
And it still goes through those for the ones that you're going to sacrifice as well.
Yeah. Nope. You know what? We'll just do this just to be on the safe side that I don't totally screw up and lose it.
Yeah. So, as I actually kind of forgot to explain it, the reason why it's a big deal to pick the staff especially, it doesn't... Picking your starting weapon also affects the abilities that you gain on level up and when you get them. The staff doesn't have the greatest starting abilities, but you will always get every ability eventually. The key point to the staff is that you gain 1 or 2 extra MP at end level. And the trick is that unlike every other stat, so strength and defense, you don't get any... You get strength ups and defense ups, but you do not get any magic ups in the game. So picking the staff is effectively the only way to create what you would call an optimal Sora. To effectively build... If you wanted to go so crazy as to make enough strength ups and defense ups through synthesis to make a perfect statted Sora, then you would have had to have picked the staff, or else it's kind of bust.
Oh god, everything's falling apart!
Again, though, that's obviously not a concern.
And Sora's doing his best lungfish impression there for a moment.
What's your name?
Linda. Linda. Oh god.
I think we're gonna have to do a Psychonauts playthrough.
Psychonauts could be a fun one to do, but we have to do that tiny tank, and then we've also got the that blind run that we want to do for that other game that looks like a frickin' train wreck.
Yeah, and a couple other train wrecks that might be coming up too. Since I got a couple of games there. You've gained the power to fight. I bet you've never done this before because you probably have always picked the sword.
You're right. Boy, run out back and fetch me a switch.
I just want to say something. You're going to be terribly amused when you find out that you don't one-shot these shadows. Like you're so accustomed. And for anybody who's wondering, Proud Mode in Final Mix is more difficult than the original Expert Mode, which was released with the original North American version of the game. So, yeah.
Not only do I not one-shot them, I have about 5 or 6 shot them.
You usually kill them in a combo and a hit. The nice thing for this game, though, if you aren't much of an action RPG person, but you still want to go through the story, because I imagine you might not glean much from our playthrough because of us talking over a lot of stuff, beginner mode starts you off with an XP gaining accessory, so you level faster, and it gives you 5 of each stat up item right from the get-go. So if you're really not good at action RPGs, you don't care for the grind as much, you can basically sit down with this game on beginner mode and you can power through it really easily.
Contrary to what some people might have you believe.
This game is still harder than its sequel. I will say KH2 is easy mode by comparison.
Yeah, well, KH2, as soon as you start getting drive forms and throwing those out.
Yeah.
Including Final Form, the most useless one of the bunch, only because of when you get it.
Yeah. And I will still say a specific optional boss is more difficult in this one than his repeat appearance in the second game.
Oh god, I saw you fight him in this. That was just freaking ridiculous.
He's tough. He is tough. Also, Ice Titan has a fun little mechanic where you can't cast arrow during his fight.
Oh god.
Or else his icicles become unblockable / undeflectable and just hit through your guard.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, they stopped you from abusing that. You still beat him because he gives you diamond dust, though. Tap, tap. I wish you could play with the wand.
I wish I could open stuff just by tapping it like that.
Now, you don't actually have to push that, just destroy it. It's faster.
I will destroy you. And I did actually push it.
Yes. So, because we haven't really decided it before, how do you want to go about our controller switching for this?
We'll figure something out.
Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy my gaming of first player for a little while. Thank you very much.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not trying to challenge that. Don't worry, there'll be plenty. There'll be plenty more of you getting second seat.
Oh, the throwdown.
I've just kicked my ass like for 5 rounds in the future now.
No, I was pretty damn cocky too, so it might just balance out.
Man with hands in pocket is cocky all day. And there's the train wreck. Everybody who's played that game is going to hate me for that pun. Yes, and also another thing, if you...
what do we want to do for this, since you know these better than I do?
No. It's different or indecisive. You don't pick any... I think indecisive.
I can't decide!
And yes, anybody who has played the original version, but not this one, Broaden Horizons. Anybody who's played this one, but not, or who has played the original, but not this one, Friendship or Prized Possessions.
Well, we'll go with Friendship, because I hear it's magic.
Yes. We'll probably soon realize that one of the biggest changes that they've added in thus far is putting in the reaction command system from KH2, which hasn't changed up any of the fight mechanics because they didn't add it in, but it did change up being able to talk with people, and it's also what your special attacks get used for now. Whoa, what did it say?
Oh, crap. Oh, well, we're stuck with it now!
You were supposed to wait!
Meh.
Oh, you fool. That's either going to be midday or at dusk, so we're good either way. I heard Disney princesses were always thorny.
I heard, yeah, she doesn't have a prickly demeanor about her, doesn't she?
Quite the rosy disposition.
That's just bad.
Sora ignores all shadows, proceeds to make out with Floor.
Fun, fun, fun.
I said make out with. Jesus, not umphing it.
I'm not gonna umph it. What's wrong with you?
Listen, sir. Not everybody goes to 4chan.
Here I am, like any good Disney person, I'm beating up little black kids.
Oh, harsh. Oh, by the way, I hope you're ready to be infuriated with not knowing health bars, because with the staff, I don't think you get scanned until like level 20.
Oh well. Just good cause for lots of level grinding.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun.
You do know you're gonna have to edit the video for that now.
Oh god! Well, you know what? We'll do this really quick.
And you'll have to add in the sick guitar riff for it too, because it's not complete without that.
Alright, saving. Thank you!
Awakening. I actually one thing that's really awesome with the Kingdom Hearts series that it's one of those little things, but I love the different save point areas that they name for you. Like at literally the last save point in the game is called Final Rest.
Yeah, there's a lot of nice little touches that go on in this. Of course, at the same time, if you're somebody who's not a Disney fan, well, suddenly this is going to be a terrible and boring game, and it's too kiddie and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then you realize what the series grew into, which matured like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And another one too, and an example of that is in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you're dealing with the nobodies. One of the save points in the last area is called Proof of Existence, and it's a graveyard for the major nobodies.
Oh, jeez.
And that's just like, you walk in there and you're going, oh wow. You save there and you think, did I do that? I don't remember. I never played Chain of Memories.
Yeah, that's what I'll have to fix.
Yeah.
I don't be anywhere near that, do I?
I guess we should do a Chain of Memories playthrough. It's got 2 stories to go through, and they're both good. I think it's got New Game Plus as well, so after I do my playthrough, we could always use that. Oh yeah, so we're going to be getting trophies on this too. Something that if you're a former Cage fan, you'll be thinking, that is such an alien sound to me, but why does it please me so?
Yeah, every Sony person is conditioned to enjoy the sound of the trophy bling.
Tip throw, your air combo goes faster. If you do a slight tap jump, yeah. Minor things I learned from watching the speed run for this.
Oh crap.
You're not gonna have block for Leon. That's gonna be fun. He two shots you.
Oh well. Just gotta bitch him up. That's right. Give me those levels.
Now, I wonder if anybody's going to point out the... Dude, you picked the staff. Why was strength your first level? And, well, yeah. Oh yes, and the, for anyone who's curious, the stat spread for the start we did is 3 magic, 3 defense, and 3 strength. And 3 AP, I think, incidentally, as well. And if you're wondering about starting with the other 2, starting with defense gives you an extra item slot, if I remember correctly, and starting with strength gives you an additional accessory slot. It was that or the other way around.
All I know is I'm getting my butt kicked.
Yeah. This is the real dark side. And there goes our comic fans.
Not to be confused with that other loser.
Why are you so casual? There you go.
Yay! I didn't die on the first tutorial boss.
Welcome to Proud Mode.
So I was like, oh shit!
What? Why? Why?
It's okay, Sora. Every guy goes through performance anxiety.
Whoa. I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh god. Are we sure that we can show this on YouTube?
I'm fairly confident they won't mind. Really love just how much nicer it looks too in HD.
Yeah, it's much better having the sharper textures and the higher resolution.
It was already like a solid game, and it felt like a lot of the way they did the modeling here, especially for like the mouth. Well, when they were doing proper mouth movement in the cutscenes, it kind of felt like that was what led into the stuff for Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
So it definitely, like, a lot of their practice with this feels like a precursor.
Yep.
What was that dream? It's so bizarre.
Why do I have a boner?
That yawned.
Whoa!
Oh god. I just remembered what's
Ah! I forgot about that
Sorry,
smile.
lazy bum.
I just remembered what's coming
I
up.
knew that I'd find you snoozing down here. No, the seal is
Incidentally,
one
yes, folks, we
thing.
are looking to run slightly longer episodes for this because of the nature of us playing an RPG as opposed to a shorter game.
Yeah. Although it can be completed in about 2 hours on beginner mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But that's not as nearly as fun as people have the satisfaction of seeing us bomb out and fail all the time on proud mode.
I don't
And
remember.
is it ever gonna happen a lot?
Nothing
Wait till you get to
at
guard
all.
armor.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Nothing. Never wanna go
Although
back.
at least they start off goofy in them with like potions and shit.
Well, that's good.
Really? But you know, I wouldn't mind going to see it.
I'd like to see it too, along with any other worlds out there.
It's always fun. It's like when they would cycle between the bits where they had the actual modeled faces versus when they had just the texture from mouths talking.
Yeah. It was kind of like when you go back and play the first Metal Gear Solid and it was the bobbing heads.
And Sora just caught Riku's wood.
Together. I'll race you.
No,
Where did the log go?
What? Are you kidding?
I know, right?
Ready? Go.
And also, here comes the most awkward girl running sequence ever. Because I swear they took Donald's model and just stuck it to Kyrie for this.
They might have.
I swear they did, because that's the dumbest running that only Donald does.
Well, it's not quite Donald's run, but it's damn close.
It basically is. When you see him go into the awkward sprints, that's his
Yeah.
running animation.
It could be worse. It could be Bentley from Sly Cooper.
But that's awesome.
You know what I always hate about these games is you spend all this time in these opening areas where you have a very familiar and talk with the bitch already. Thank you. But you have these very familiar areas that it's like the home sweet home kind of thing, and then suddenly when you get pulled away and you have to go do other stuff to start the quest, and yet these are the places that you always wind up remembering.
Yep.
Like even frickin' Midgar for FF7, for as much of a crap hole that it was.
You missed a log back there.
Oh.
A Lincoln log.
Oh yes. I has log. I want to go beat up Waka.
Waka 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 waka.
Hey, what's happening?
Why'd you have to talk to him? Oh. Yes, there is bad voice acting in this.
Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get John DiMaggio. Suck it.
Stop missing.
I think I was no. I have to just. Whoop. Oh, that's it.
I love it when you hit him with that.
Okay, honestly, Sora, just hit this son of a bitch already.
He's going for a melee. There you go.
Don't.
Well done.
Shut up, you.
I'll have something really quick to show off as well
Yeah.
for early game tips after this. Like
Okay.
after we get everything collected and stuff. Because again, I'm not trying to deny you your controller time, so I'll just show off the minor stuff that people might want to do in the opening.
Yeah. Damn it!
You lost to Waka.
Oh,
Your controller rights are forfeit, good sir.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Your stuff.
Hasn't been dirty lately.
Lately.
Not
I
as
refuse to accept a loss.
not as dirty as her mouth after getting hit in the face by Waka's balls. You lost to Waka. That's. I'm sorry. I would have had to turn the console off if that was selfie. Just would have been game over, man.
Come on. Depth perception. I need it.
Well, you're wearing your glasses, so the fuck, man. The fuck.
Come on, Waka. Really? Really?
Look at how depressed Sora is, too. Sora is depressed at you.
Oh, that's it. I'm just gonna go beat the tar out of him.
Show me your stuff.
Show me your stuff.
Oh, he's gonna hate me.
I'm sorry, dear audience. I have shamed you terribly.
Just beat him up.
Oh, come on!
Yes, poke him with your sword. That was your fault.
That one. Come on. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Suck it!
Oh man, that really hurt.
Well, I hear being bludgeoned by a stick will do that.
Speaking of bludgeoning,
Yes.
Ah, the breeze feels great.
As does your blood.
I'm so depressed that they never did a you know what I really like, Sora? Trains. Just to make everybody cringe. And Selfie is the one that you sack beat.
Sack beating is right. Alright! That's better.
I can't believe I lost.
I can. Your selfie.
I wouldn't be dissing on Selfie, man. She was actually pretty OP.
I still hate her.
G Endo.
G Endo.
That's basically what she did.
And you
Get the rope first.
You know what we need? Some rope.
Go get your fucking rope.
Charlie Bronson's always got rope, and he always winds up using it.
Hey, Sora, you feel lucky today?
Yes, a decent voice actor. Let's hit him until he stops talking right.
You're going down.
No, I'm not. Well, maybe I am. Oh, I gotta remember that one. Aha! I gotta get the timing down for that one.
He was confused as to where you were. He's like, I just swung past him. Where'd he go, man?
Hey, that was annoying.
I just hit up a blunt and I can't tell where anything is right now. God, I'm just getting all of our viewers gone. The weed smokers, the comic fans, the blacks. Well, that was your fault, actually.
Oh, I got screwed on that one.
At least it was to somebody that you can actually lose to sometimes.
Oh, shit.
You can't even say shit. You lost twice. Twice to Waka. You lost twice to the Pac-Man.
In my defense, I haven't played this game in probably about 5 years, if not longer. What the?
Clearly, Titus has been playing, Titus has been playing too much Dark Souls, going for them backstabs.
Yes. It's that freaking roll in the attack that I gotta get the timing down. Yeah, that's right. I'll just stop trying to be fancy and just bait him. Or wind up missing him because... Hey, why not? There!
There you go.
That's better.
Oh man.
Now you've got the real challenge.
Yep. Who do I have to talk to again? Was that Selfie for that one?
Titus, or Titus, God, I'm so unaccustomed to saying Titus. Even though I know that's the appropriate name now that Dissidia has put it out there.
Now, who was it that I wanted to... I think it was Selfie you wanted down first.
Selfie and Waka. Because if you allow Selfie to go through with her stupid spinning attack, she actually does get extremely annoying. It's actually pretty interesting when you consider how they designed all three of these characters as a good preparation for overall combat in the game.
Yeah. Damn it. I knew I was going to eat it on that one, too.
We overdid it.
Alright.
Also, some of you, again, who might not have played this game will have noticed that doing certain actions in combat, like deflecting attacks and such, actually earn you what's called tech points. Tech points are just regular experience points based on skill. So instead of, you also get experience points for defeating enemies, and you also get tech points for doing stuff like deflecting Selfie's attack there. But you don't get any experience for fucking sucking! I wish you did in my world, but you just don't.
It's enough out of you.
So yeah, and in Final Mix, they actually added in an ability called Tech Boost, which actually allows you to gain more points from doing tech-based XP gains, which comes into play for certain bosses if you want to do farming to break things up a bit.
I'm trying to listen to the audio cues and just to give myself a better idea what's going on. Oh!
I'd say I'm sorry if I'm screwing you up, but I know it wouldn't make a difference anyways.
No, I'll own up to my own mistakes on this one. I was more saying that I just wasn't catching the cues properly.
I know. I'm just having fun bugging you.
Whoa! And Waka opens up a can of whoop-ass.
Oh! Just got you in the nuts. Don't worry. Unlike Riku, unlike Riku, they don't count these ones against you. Whereas with Riku, you see like that 0 to 4 score, and you're just going, "Fuck you, Riku. Fuck you."
Yeah, that's the one that winds up getting me all the time. Because then you can't leave Destiny Island until you even that score out.
Well, you can. It's just
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. You can if you're not testosterone based and check your privilege.
Oh. I will end you.
Well, maybe, Selfie, you should check your privilege!
Run around for a bit.
She's gonna keep following.
Like, jump rope! Oh my god.
Selfie may be easy to be on her own, but she's got some sick tracking with that special attack.
Well, it's keeping her under control while dealing with the others.
Control, Punisher! You must learn control. I'm sorry, nobody on this channel will have watched Uh-Oh.
Well, you never know, there might have been something like that we did.
I would be very surprised. Ow! Sora's just gonna have all these lumps on his head.
Oh my god!
He's gonna be like bruised and battered. Hansen's gonna look at him and go,
What the hell happened to you?
"So can I just take you over now? Can this be a thing?"
Alright. I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Of course, by changing it up a little bit, I mean locking on to the wrong target.
You know you can cycle off, right?
What was it for that one? L2 and R2?
Yeah, it should be. They still have to kind of be in your general line of sight and close enough.
That was like starting to go over my head, and then so it was like, whoop.
Waka's got homing balls?
Balls.
And it begins the mispronunciations. Oh, you almost got a threefer. Oh. You lucked out on those iframes.
I didn't luck out in the long run, though.
I think we overdid it.
Alright, really quick, can I show something off?
One more, and then yes, you can.
Okay.
Let's get it.
I won't take this away from you, don't worry. Sophie just shoved her nunchaku up your ass. How do you feel about that?
Somewhat aroused.
At least it was a girl?
Yep.
Oh! You jumped into that.
Oh, that one sucked. All right, here you go.
Take a break.
Take a break.
Have a Kit Kat. So, a lot of people when they're starting out like to level on Waka because he's easy tech points. The trick is, though, is that you can still eventually defeat him because his blitzballs do damage back to him. So the best way to actually farm tech points on Destiny Islands if you feel like you want to pack on a few levels before stuff like the Squall and Cloud fight is to bait Tidus like this and do that. Now, the trick is that sometimes you can glitch the hit out and get a
Well, that's going to come in handy.
and get a double hit. If you get a double hit, you'll notice that the tech score there shows up almost like it was bolded. And when it does, it basically means that you got two tech points, so you got 4. It's kind of hard to get because you have to, if I remember right, you got to kind of do it at the last second. But it's really, really handy. There it is. That's a double hit.
And now comes the accusations of you softened them up for me.
Nah.
This is those moments where starting without strength really sucks because it's you can't actually leverage magic just yet.
Yeah, you'll hate life starting out without magic, but the scaling to mid and end game with it is ridiculous. Like, when you're doing speedruns on the Coliseum, you will thank yourself so much that Thundaga one-shots waves.
Well, yeah, and I don't doubt that's going to be good long term.
Oops. Yeah, like, look at that extra bit in defense makes Tidus do that much now.
Yeah, and that's about, what, half of what he was doing before?
Pretty much. So yeah, if you were ever wondering how much of a difference stats actually make in this game, playing on Proud Potent really showcases it. Like, even being level 50 for end game which is what is pretty average for most players, can actually be under-leveled in some regards depending on how much you've done for synthesizing.
You missed.
I didn't miss, I got the wrong kind of deflection. Because it wasn't the right attack. See, there's another one. You can actually see the second wave come out as well. But yeah, so I'll try not to bore you guys too much with this. I'll maybe, there we go, get one more level. You get Stun Impact, which you're going to thank me for getting. And you get some more HP.
Incidentally, he's already gone and played through this on Proud mode and beat the tar out of the game at this stage.
And
so.
I'm also past the halfway point on my beginner playthrough. I was going to sit down and finish it, and I decided that I should probably save it for the playthrough. Fuck, I keep forgetting you don't get dodge roll until you beat Goofy and Donald.
Yeah, this is what it's like. I have no way to cancel out of any of these attacks. Like, whatever I do, I am fully committed to.
On the upside, if I remember right, we actually get sliding... No, never mind. Sliding dashes early on Sword. Stun Impact is still really handy, though. Stun Impact, for those of you who have, again, played the first one and don't recognize it, it is one of the new abilities added in. It is a 30% chance... I want to equip it. I like doing menu work.
Oh, fine. You can equip it. You did earn it.
It's a 30% chance at doing a stunning finishing combo attack in an AoE. Also, EXP0 is in this game, and while I let Jeff get back to playing, I will explain something very interesting that they did for it. EXP0, as it denotes, is basically for challenge runs. So you turn it on, you don't get any experience, obviously. The trick is that there's a hidden value with EXP0 that actually makes you do more damage to bosses. presumably the reason for this was because you're not going to bother with grinding, so the devs figured that they should at least give you some nod to your ability. So with the XP 0 equipped, when you're fighting a boss, I think you get, I don't remember the specific multiplier that gets added to your attacks, but you can actually sort of trick out the multiplier. You can find a video of this on YouTube where a guy goes into a fight with the third to last. You're getting your ass kicked.
That's annoying because it's like at every point it's like, okay, I'm close enough. I can hit him now. I can hit him, and then darts back.
But yeah, you can actually find a video on YouTube of a guy who goes into the third to last fight, and he summons Mushu, which yes, Mushu from Mulan.
Oh god, I remember you showing me this.
Yeah, and he has a level 9 Sora with EXP 0 equipped. He's got everything to boost summon and magic abilities equipped, and you just watch him lay into basically a full single burst with Mushu, and just totally destroys Ansem's health bar. It is ridiculous. So it's one of those nice design choices that the devs had a sense of fairness even for the challenge runners. Stun Impact is also a very wonderful ability under the right circumstances. Because now you'll notice that Tidus, well, would have been taken out of the fight.
Yeah, that's one guy.
No, I think you have a potion. If you really want to use it to make sure you get through this.
That might be an idea since I've actually got one down now.
Oh my god! If you didn't have that extra defense, and I hate to say it, but if you didn't
I know! I'm well aware. Suck it, Waka!
Yeah, that's where Stun Impact is awesome. Because now you're just... if you get lucky, you just end up chaining them.
That was a funny little bit of text that popped up for that one.
Oh.
I know you don't. Dang!
You were getting too aggressive. You should have just hit his blitz balls back at him.
Yeah, I know. Just I was having a terrible time hitting said blitz balls before, so I'm just not good at hitting balls like you are.
Why would you hit them? Dear Lord, you...
I see people with some really kinky stuff.
Why would you be looking up this shit?
It's the internet. Oh, sure! Just totally screw up on that one. Oh, jeez. I forgot to... Sorry, folks. We're gonna have a picture back in just a moment.
Yeah, that happens. Dropping frames like a boss.
Alright. Come on.
That was lucky.
Dang.
Yeah, the moment you hear that attack, you should be moving.
Yeah. I was hoping I could just squeak out an extra decent hit on her.
So at some point we have to play the game.
At some point we have to play the game, yes.
Because we did promise that we wouldn't be grinding, and this is kind of gone.
This wasn't intended to be grinding. This is just personal now. Is what's happening. Oh, is she just immune to it?
Probably because she's extremely easy to kill otherwise. But both Waka and Tidus are very susceptible to it.
Come here, Waka!
You gotta let him actually, yeah.
All right, we'll make one more go at it, and then we'll move on.
And then I'll get a go at it.
Let's get it.
All right, all right.
I'll only take the one.
You'll only need the one.
No. Believe me, these three gave me trouble too. On Proud Mode. They are irritating as piss. Sophie's like, la 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 la.
She's the bee!
Killer bee?
Oh, great.
Totally not worth the price of admission. There you go.
I would have raged. Oh, come on!
Alrighty.
All right,
I think we overdid it.
all right. You have to win before this one because we have to end this episode. We've been at this a little bit longer than I intended.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, folks. It got personal.
What?
And Chris is in the super duper focused stance that every gamer gets when they just start to lean forwards. Not that I can blame him. As
What?
you're on-
The tree?
the tree's conspiring against you. Someone is far more patient about this fight than I am.
Have to be. Oh, that was... Oh.
This is one of those moments where I wish you could tilt the camera up just a hair. There we go, that's what we needed. Woo! I hate that she's immune to that. Nice. Oh, it's coming! And unfortunately, there we are, folks. We have to lose in shame on this round.
I'm just gonna make this quick for them. Just because I know where everything else is. Of course, when Sora lets me control him the way I want to. Fuck ladders.
Now, the thing I hit for this is the building a raft, and yet you use boats. They use boats to get over here anyways.
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
Alright. I have to make up for it somehow. And just because fighting Riku is a lot of fun. And good practice for later. I mean, spoilers! Oh yeah, I forgot stun impact really sucks here.
Maybe we should have taken that off.
Don't tell me you're giving up already. Come on. Don't tell me you're giving up already.
This is it.
I think it still does damage to him.
As Riku bails.
Come on.
Running around.
Come on.
It's that I just love that ridiculously telegraphed kick. It was like, oh!
And yet it's so easy to get hit by it because you think you can keep going.
Yep. As he squats down.
Come on.
I actually normally don't kick Riku's ass this hard.
Well, you haven't kicked his ass yet.
Come on.
You just kicked your face.
We still don't got it.
All right. So
What's that? What's that? What's that, Bishy?
So now that we've beat the pretty out of him, that is going to be it for this episode of Sibling Rivalry, folks. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with more as soon as we can.
And finishing Destiny Islands, we promise. I'll put him in a sling if we don't.
Don't worry, we'll be done. All right, folks.